Hello, I am Koreina Cat, and this is Final Fantasy XIV main scenario quest playthrough. Yes. I didn't realize Amaric was here.
Me either. I can't see your screen.
Oh, that's important for you to do, isn't it?
Hello, my name is Emmerich.
Yeah, boy. Oh, sweet Amaric. I imagine her grabbing her whole entire ponytail and twisting it like girls do with their hair when they like someone or when they're nervous. They'll like twist their hair around their finger. I can't do it because my hair's short, but that is what that is. Anyway. Actually, wait, hold on. Alright, so I basically have Amaric's haircut in real life.
I told you it's hot.
It will grow out, I'm sure. Anyway, now that I know I have a boy's haircut, let's continue. It's okay, it'll change soon. Yay! We did it! I went in and saved Snowcloak.
Antecedent. You come to us straight from the archives of House Rotan. I trust your time there proved fruitful.
How come she gets a nice coat and Alphino's just over here, like, exposed midriff? I mean, me
Because
too, but...
she knows how to prepare.
Alphino, you knew we were coming here, buddy. I mean, I did too, but that's not the point. It's my mic spinning all over the place. You spin me right. Oh, shit. Hold on while I fix my mic. Alright, that should be better, hopefully. Hopefully it stops spinning around on the thing. With that it had, Urianger and I scoured countless texts, but what we found was of questionable veracity.
Yes.
Veracity. Accounts of Shiva's life and deeds are sparse and contradictory, only agreeing upon one point. She lay down with the dragon, the gravest of all sins according to the Ishgardian faith. Yet in the eyes of Iceheart's followers, this was a holy act, the blessed union of man and dragon. How such a thing could even be possible is quite another question. Suffice it to say, I very much doubt that we will find a useful answer in the archives of House Forton. Much knowledge has been lost over the centuries, though in this case, one wonders if it is by circumstance or design.
You said that Iceheart took a moment to plead her case prior to escaping, did you not? Viewed without prejudice, most would agree that bringing an end to an endless war serves the greater good.
I think Sir Amaric might take issue with her methods.
I do not care if a few stragglers manage to escape. Until the sappers confirm that the tunnel is safe, until the sappers confirm that the tunnel is safe, the men are not to search it. Yes, Lord Commander. You pursue your foes with less zeal than I had expected, Sir Emmerich. Lest you misunderstand, I do not deny that our enemy has given us good reason to be prudent. I merely meant, you being a man of faith, that I had expected a certain single-mindedness. After all, was it not by the will of Helone that your ancestors came to this land? Why they took up arms against the Dravanians? What would they have done in your position, I wonder? There are those who believe that faith is renunciation of free will, that unquestioning devotion is required of all who would live a life in service to the Fury. Such righteous fervor may well serve a knight on the front line, less so a leader of men. We are all at liberty to interpret the scriptures as we will. I choose to believe that the Fury would value the lives of her followers over the deaths of her enemies. But I would not presume to speak for the Knights of Eld. 'Twas a different time, nay, a different era, and Scripture tells us only so much. Would that it told us more.
Of course, a female knight runs up and, they're not giving lines. Okay.
That man is awfully pragmatic for a servant of the Holy See.
What does pragmatic mean?
Practical.
Oh.
A welcome trait of the negotiating table, to be sure. Less so when one's enemies are making ready to harness the power of a god.
Mayhap he does not truly believe that Iceheart's plan can succeed. Truth be told, I too remain somewhat skeptical. God, it's cold out here. I need more stuff to bundle up in. Ugh, jeez. Shiva was real, a living, breathing woman. Of that, there can be no doubt. In this respect, she differs from every other figure to have been summoned, each of whom was worshipped as a god. The sole exception being good King Mughal the 12th, may he rest in peace, the myth made manifest in response to the fervent suspicions of the Mughals Guard. Mughals Guard.
Saint Shiva may differ, but what of the heretics? They are a tribe of outcasts at war with a mighty nation, who yearn for the resurrection of the one who embodies their beliefs. If that is not placing one's faith in a higher power, then what is? Crystals and conviction, Menphilia. They have them both in abundance. Sir, there's been a problem. Oh.
Can that truly be all that is required? I mean, that's basically all that's happened so far, so yes.
My survey team has concluded a preliminary analysis of the Aetheroid Iceheart used to escape. They believe that she teleported to another Aetheroid, somewhere not far to the west. Despite the apparent proximity of the second Aetheroid, however, they have been wholly unable to detect its presence directly. Unless Iceheart has some means to mask its signal, I can only presume she had it destroyed to prevent us from following her. Without the means to teleport as she did, we have no choice but to search for an alternate route, most likely a tunnel, assuming one exists.
Let us not give up on teleportation just yet. One of our colleagues of Garlean may be able to assist us.
I pray that you are right. I dare not think how long it will take us to survey the entire tunnel system. While Menphilia looks into our Aetheroid problem, I would like to request your assistance with another matter.
Of course you would.
The third unit is currently tracking the remnants of the heretic force which attacked us. However, the search goes poorly, despite our numbers. Kurthis is vast, and Iceheart's followers know the terrain far better than we. Your knowledge of this region may serve to hasten the process. The sooner we capture Iceheart's followers, the sooner we can press them for their leader's whereabouts. Also, though it is admittedly a selfish request, I feel that my braves would benefit immensely from working alongside you. While we have our share of veterans, we also have more than a few less experienced recruits, many of whom look up to you, in case you were not aware.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I needed to get approval from Menphilia.
Well, now that you know, good. I knew you would understand. You, Hase, can apprise you of the details. When the task is complete, come and find me at the observatorium. Captain Ilbert and I are meeting there to discuss the latest developments in his investigation near a warm hearth, with warm food and warmth. The Temple Knights shall hold Snowcloak in our absence. Let us leave them to their work. Ours is more pressing.
Oh, sure. Everybody else gets to go to a nice warm home, and I gotta walk around all barely dressed. Oh, hey, Xaeus? Was
How's it going? Who's the guy in blue?
Which one? There's a lot of people in blue around here. The little guy? That's you, Hase. He has a very deep voice.
I see. All right, then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who are you? No. That guy in blue. Who is that guy in blue?
Nobody, it's fine.
Nobody? You ain't looking at him like he's nobody.
Oh, it's so... Can I click on him while oops. Well, we'll never know what you Hase said.
Your assistance is most welcome, believe me. Most of the third hail from Ul'dah, and for a man accustomed to the feel of sand beneath his boots, the crunch of snow can be rather disconcerting. But to the matter at hand. Nary a moment ago I received word that the heretics we seek have been spotted making for Denefin Pass. My braves are already in pursuit, and I should be grateful if you would join them. I myself shall be taking part in the hunt. Never let it be said that I do not earn my coin.
Until next time. Hi, Xaeus.
Are you out there making friends?
Sure.
You know, you can't just go crushing on every handsome face that walks by you, right?
We went totally not the right way.
Harumph.
And yes, I know. To be fair, I haven't really been crushing on anybody. Besides maybe Graha. He was cute.
Oh, well.
Little short, though. Very short. Boob height, you know.
The way you're making googly eyes at that new guy makes me feel like he completely forgot about all of... What was his name again?
Graha? How can you
him.
forget Graha?
He was your friend, not mine.
Oh, you've met him before. I know you have.
What? When?
I'm sure it'll come to you. Anyway, whoopsies. Sorry. Little baby Gaia needed some attention. Specifically, she needed to go run around 10 billion times. Yay.
Those balls, my ankle is on fire! Cut my boot on a rock or something and twisted it as I fell. The others went on ahead through Denefin Pass. Hurry and you might catch up. If you aren't sure where to go, look for tracks. The snow is fresh, so they shouldn't be hard to find.
Let's see here. Oh, good God.
Oh, wow.
You're telling me I gotta search for tracks the whole way there? No, no, no. Onward, Xaeus. My trusty steed.
They said Danafin Pass. I went through Danafin Pass, saw no one. This isn't Danafin Pass, is it? This is Danafin Pass.
This is south of Danafin Pass. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, you just totally crash landed into that sharp edge. What is this?
I really don't know.
Ow! I just broke my ankle. These are some tiny ass footprints. You sure you didn't send like children after them or some shit? The tracks lead southeast. Onwards, Griffin Mount. Oh, look. Another third unit brave.
Scion, what are you doing here? The heretics? I'm not sure. There's a great scaled beast and you Hase. I think he went east on his own. The heretics split up, so we did too.
Remember, kids, always split up when given the chance.
How experienced were these people that Alphino found?
Not at all. Very not. Don't worry, Yu Hase. I'll take care of them for you. By kicking them in the face. Or Xaeus
That was a hell of a kick.
Or Xaeus just jumps in from across the way. It's fine.
How embarrassing. I was so intent on following the heretics' tracks that I almost failed to notice they had doubled back. Almost, mind you. One tried to sneak up behind me and got a knife in the gut for his troubles.
Let me guess, because that's as high as you can reach. Nah, you're like
Be that
ankle height, knee height.
Never mind the fact that I had to jump to do it. I thought myself alone, so I started searching the dead man's kneecaps for anything of interest. And lo and behold, before his friend found me, I came upon this. Out of my butt and into my hand it goes. Withdraw in groups of 3 or less to the observatorium. Give the signal and wait. The merchant will be watching. Be late and be left for dead. It speaks for itself, does it not? They can't possibly mean to rendezvous inside the place, so we should restrict our search to the surrounding areas. Let me rephrase that. You should restrict your search to the wilderness around the observatory. I will need more than a moment's rest to recover from these wounds.
What, did you also get stabbed in the stomach? They would have had to be on the ground for that to happen. Okay, sorry. I'll stop making short jokes.
It's fine if you're short yourself.
Yeah, I was about to say, just for anybody, I'm only 5 foot. So, I am tiny. So, I've heard any and all short jokes ever. Anyway. Yeah.
I refuse to make them. Never mind the fact that I don't know how.
Make short jokes?
Yeah.
Eh. I kind of think they're a low blow. No, wait. Sorry. That wasn't actually intended to be a short joke, but once I thought of it, I was like, nah, this is though, right? So.
I'm through with listening to your excuses. We leave now. How? The woods are crawling with those bluecoats, and the knights are searching every wagon that passes through the gates. Well, stay with her then, if you think you'll fare any better. No, there's no need for that. Ugh.
There are places like this in my homeland, sacred snow-capped peaks where blood must not be shed. Yet your lands ever thirst for the blood of the fallen, and by your deeds it has drunk deep.
No, I've done no wrong. None but meet with secret and none but meet in secret with heretics. Deny it all you will. We shall have the truth from you yet. Inquisitors are not the only ones skilled in the art of interrogation. Damn it all. Oh. Fancy meeting you here, Xaeus. I presume your work with the Third brought you hither? What a tangled web. Lest you wonder, we came not for the heretics, but for the merchant who has been conspiring with them. He came to our attention during the course of our investigation into the Ivy. It beggars belief, I know, but it seems our favorite Garlean spy may have been providing assistance to Iceheart. Were it not for the efforts of Lady Yugiri and her shinobi, we might never have discovered this connection.
Master Alphino is too kind. I fear my people and I have done little to aid your search for this spy. We long to strike back against the Empire and weaken their influence in this land, to prevent the tragedy which befell Doma from reoccurring. Bark, bark. The days ahead and the work they promise will require a very particular set of skills which I am fortunate enough to possess. If you will allow it, I would accompany you until the investigation is complete.
That is a most gracious offer, generous offer, Lady Yugiri, and one which I gladly accept. Thank you.
Thank you. Though I may disappear for a time, know that I shall never be far, and shall always be watching.
Comforting thought. Come, Xaeus. Let us wait inside for Captain Ilbert to return and deliver his report. Captain Ilbert seemed confident that the merchant's resolve would swiftly crumble when pressed. If so, we should have new information ere long. As to whether it will bring us any closer to learning the Avi's identity, I would rather not say. Given our adversary's cunning, I shall consider us fortunate if we are spared another wild dodo chase. The gods know we have more than enough to occupy our time as it is. And that is how I beat my fourth breeze. Captain Ilbert, your report, if you will. Aye, Commander. Firstly, with regard to the heretic we captured, I regret to say that the man could tell us not we did not already know of Shiva. We have since handed him over to the Ishgardian authorities. Henceforth, the Holy See will pursue the matter independently. Our inquiries concerning the Ivy, however, have proven more fruitful. We have ascertained the channel by which the heretics acquired their information on the shipment routes. Go on. You will recall the flame we first identified as being in the Ivy's employ. From him, we were able to trace a trail of conspirators, each taking a... Oh, fuck. You'll recall the flame we first identified as being in the Ivy's employ. From him, we were able to trace a trail of conspirators, each taking us closer to his master. Alas, the trail came to an abrupt end. Fearing that the investigation had been compromised, we took the necessary step of detaining all suspected of conspiracy. There were 5 on our list, including a flame stationed at Revenant's Toll. The man's primary duty was to keep an inventory of donations from abroad, the particulars of which he would share with benefactors, thereby ensuring that needs did not go unfulfilled. By virtue of his role, he was privy to the details of all shipments bound for the settlement. Needless to say, that included those originating from House Fortam. He knew the precise route the caravan would take, and he sold that information to a merchant. I think I can guess which one. None other. With little encouragement, he soon confessed to knowingly aiding and abetting the heretics. Well, that is one mystery solved, at least. But what of the Ivy? Are we any closer to prizing off his mask? I dare say we are, Commander. Our relentless pursuit has forced him to commit a grave error. In a desperate bid to cover his tracks, the Ivy resorted to exercising certain administrative powers available only to high-ranking members of the Immortal Flames. If you consider then that our investigation is known to barely a handful of them, the field of suspects is greatly narrowed. You mean to say that the agent is among Raban's innermost circle? Someone who has been with him since the Immortal Flames establishment? 'Tis the most plausible explanation. The infiltration likely occurred during the company's founding, with the groundwork for the act being laid beforehand. To slip into a position of authority unremarked and remain above suspicion all these years. I too was surprised, though I really should not have been. Of the 3 grand companies, Ul'dah was ever the more vulnerable to infiltration. Both Limsa and Gridania had long-standing armed forces that lent themselves well to the formation of the Maelstrom and the Order of the Twin Adder. To all intents and purposes, it was the same people, loyal ones, mind, under the same leadership, only the banner was different. Not so the Flames. Ul'dah's military was made up of disparate orders, most of which were glorified mercenary companies that answered only to their paymasters. Hardly an ideal environment in which to establish something as high-minded as a grand company. The difficulties Raban faced when founding the Immortal Flames are well known. Even after he had convinced his fellow syndicate members to share the cost, there remained the small matter of finding enough bodies to fill the ranks. Indeed, and given the pressing nature of the Imperial threat, that meant recruiting every passing sellsword. Amidst the chaos of its founding, it would have been child's play to infiltrate the company. A good deal easier than now. A good deal easier then than now, aye. The Immortal Flames have ever been caught between conflicting interests, the public and the private. Though the monetarists ultimately agreed to support the organization's founding, 'twas not out of charity that they did so, but simple self-preservation. Had Neil Vendarnus' ambitions been any less apocalyptic, you may be sure that they would never have risked supplying Raban with an army. 'Tis but a wonder they did not attempt to extinguish the flames the moment the danger had passed. Returning to the present. Even as we speak, our Doman allies are shadowing several high-ranking flames, any one of whom could be the Ivy. Desiring to deal a blow against the Empire, the refugees were eager to lend us their aid. I expect to hear from them ere long. Very good. Pray continue your investigation with the first. Meanwhile, have the second attend to the unrest. The third can join the fourth in inspecting crystal shipments. If they notice anything unusual, I want to know about it. If Shiva is summoned in like manner to other primals, the heretics will be looking for further supplies. Understood, Commander. I shall send word to Sir Emmerich informing him of our success in identifying the heretics' abettors. Hopefully, the information will be of some use to the Ishgardians. It is time, Commander. Yes, I am aware. An emergency council of the Alliance leadership has been called. There have been developments in Garlemald, it would seem. As commander of the Crystal Braves, my presence has been requested. I would have you accompany me, Ixalia. As the realm's stoutest champion, 'tis only meet that you be present for the discussion. Oh, and the antecedent has already given her consent, lest you worry.
Since when do I need Menphilia's A-OK on literally everything?
Yeah.
So stupid.
Like me, you are doubtless eager to conclude your business with Iceheart, but until another path to her sanctum is found, she will remain beyond our reach. Menphilia and the Archons are sparing no effort to secure an alternate route. Until such time as they succeed, I suggest we give some thought to the realm's other problems. I shall go on ahead to Gridania in readiness for the coming council. Meet me at Navika's altar, and we shall make our way to the Lotus Stand together.
Oh, joy. Onward, Xaeus. To Gridania.
Onward!
I still don't understand how you get in here before I do. You accept my teleport, and yet you're here first.
My thanks for coming, Ixalia. When you are ready, speak with the conjurer yonder. She will show us to the Lotus Stand.
Change has come to the Garlean Empire, and we must discuss the implications.
The rumors are true, then? The War of Succession is ended?
It is. A new emperor reigns in Garlemald.
Who?
We shall never know.
The birth and all too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire is commonly attributed to the strategic brilliance of Solus Zosgalvis, yet he did not rule alone. Several members of the royal household also distinguished themselves during his reign.
My retinas!
Nevertheless, it was the eldest son who stood to inherit the throne, until his most untimely passing.
I thought us fortunate when I learned that the Emperor had died without naming a successor.
Would that the Garlean Empire had died with him.
'Twas the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest claims, was it not?
Indeed, yet claims count for little without the power to assert them. High Legatus Varus Galvus is a respected military leader. Not so his uncle.
So young Varus has torn the crown from his uncle's grasp and taken his place at the head of the Empire.
Given the troubled nature of his succession, the new emperor will require time to seal his grip on power. Yet have no doubt but that he shall, for there are none left with strength enough to oppose him.
Since the success of Operation Archon, the remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions. But you can be sure they'll be ready to march on us again, if their Emperor gives the word.
When, not if. They say this Varus was so set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the Meteor Project.
Plainly, the new emperor's intentions are of great concern to us all. I propose that we set aside the Cartno dispute for the present, and discuss what measures the Alliance might take to prepare for a resumption of hostilities with Garlemald. Moreover, I move that we re-examine the question of how our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their place at our side. Could Eorzea but stand as one, 'twould deal a grave blow to our enemies' ambitions.
Well, I suppose we should be grateful that they have finally acknowledged the inevitability of Imperial attack. Who knows? They may even do something about it. If only the leaders of Ishgard would follow their example and stop hiding behind their gates, praying for the coming storm to pass them by. But that is a discussion for another time. At present, I am more concerned by the fact that the Alliance's mooted preparations will be made known to the Garleans many moons before their coming. So long as the ivy eludes our grasp, no secret is safe.
Why do I look so happy about that? Damn. Can we just skip everything and get to like the better stuff?
I will not have escaped your notice. It will not have escaped. It will not have escaped your notice that the nations of Eorzea are no nearer to being of one purpose, despite their protestations to the contrary. Plainly, the threat of a resurgent Garlean is not enough to stir them. And the reason for this? Deep-rooted mistrust among the citizenry. The nation's leaders can come to all understandings they like, but their unity means little and less to the common folk. Take the Lominsons, for instance. Though Admiral Merrill outlawed piracy over a decade ago, foreigners still picture the nation as a haven for grog-swilling, wooden-legged cutthroats. Just ask these two. In likewise, the Gridanians are mocked as hermits who talk to trees, and the Uldan scorned as swindlers who worship coin. Not that such sentiments are entirely without grounds, of course. Take that pillar of Uldan society to Legi Adelegia, for example. But that is beside the point. The fact is that people are wary of outsiders whether they have cause to be or not. On that basis, one could argue that the conflict at Cartano is a necessary evil. Each nation has its own warmongering faction that advocates for acquisition of Omega. In order to placate them, we present to them something resembling warfare and thereby curb their appetite for full-scale conflict. But enough idle musing. Let us speak of a more pressing matter, the Ivy. Since we spoke at the observatorium, Captain Ilberd has further shortened his list of suspects, and by happy coincidence, the one he deems the most likely candidate is lately come to Gridania. The hunt nears its end, Ixalia. All that remains is to corner our quarry. Seek out Ilberd near the Adder's Nest. He will give you the particulars. Should there be any developments in Kurthis, you may be sure that I will send word without delay. In the meantime, I wish you success in apprehending the Ivy.
And so the plot thickens.
Talk with her?
Gridania's lush abundance never ceases to delight me. 'Tis a far cry from the barren deserts of Ul'dah. Well, I think I know who the Ivy is. It's kind of just throwing it right out
He's behind
there. I'm so used to having to go talk to that dude in there. Let me guess, you're just watching her like a creep? Dude.
Well, I have to track her down somehow. Why, thanks for coming, Scion. Doubtless, the commander has informed you, but we have unmasked the Ivy. Yes, indeed. From this point on, we must proceed with extreme caution.
Yeah, thanks, but I'll just take your money. Alright, well, I guess that's gonna be it for this one. Until next time. Will we find out who the Ivy is? I have no idea. None whatsoever. Also, is she the one that walked up to us when we went to Ul'dah to talk to Raubon? Like, when Ilberd first showed up?
I believe so.
Right.
We've seen her before post ARR.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's the one that had walked up after we had finished talking. Anyway. Until next time, on Final Fantasy XIV main scenario quest playthrough. Yes, yes, what will happen? We shall see. Anyway, now that my dog's barking, bye!